This week, we're going to take a look at a communications campaign around global safety issues. And this week, out of the next 3 weeks, we're going to look at how those themes were developed and how the campaign image was developed and how the support materials were developed. Well, in this course so far, where have we been? These are what we've covered in the first part of the course. And following you being a cultural detective, we looked at virtual teams. So where are we going now until the end of the semester? Well, I put together three short case studies on a global safety campaign that I created and worked on and directed from my home office in Houston, Texas. But having said that, we did meet face-to-face in Houston with all the team members present. This week, we're going to look at how a theme was developed, how a campaign image was developed, and some support materials. Now, you know that all marketing campaigns have an image, and we'll look at the power of imagery in more detail next week. Well, first of all, I'm not a subject matter expert or SME in safety, but I was working for the safety group of one of the shell businesses, CRI Criterion, so I had to rely on their information to create the plan and the campaign and the materials. The last in this series will look at trust, creating trust in face-to-face sessions. So, here's the background. You have 4 items to read. Target 0 is the safety case for going down to 0 accidents. There is a short article on visual communication. I have an article for you on the role of subject matter experts, SMEs, and a sample marketing brochure that I created for this campaign. Well, at CRI Criterion, everyone worked on small teams, and so you knew everyone that you work with. And it was a great group of men and women, engineers and safety experts. And for some reason, they thought I brought something different to the table, which is a creative mind that doesn't always think like numbers and spreadsheets. Well, we started out by brainstorming virtually on the campaign theme and the campaign image. And this is what we settled on. Goal 0, after you read the article, you'll understand, was the business approach to having 0 safety incidents. And in the philosophy, these are the items that got to goal 0. To be honest, I cannot remember who came up with the idea of like a core planet. I'm not sure. At that time, the principles of leadership were called the leadership planets, and probably somebody put those two together for this campaign. Well, I was tasked to create the campaign plan. And basically, that means who does what and when do they do it. So I created the campaign plan, but of course I had to work with the SMEs. And I had to take the technical language of subject matter experts in safety and convert it to the language of the average plant worker. So we sat down simply together, face to face and virtually, going over concepts and ideas and brainstorming. The plant managers, their role was to roll out and maintain the campaign for the year at the various plants in the US, Germany, and Holland. We had one annual theme in this particular campaign and 7 months of changing messages. So I had to have 7 sets of materials on 7 subtopics within the main plan of Goal 0. I have placed a portion of this brochure in the lesson. Please take a read. The idea on this sub-theme was to get people to intervene when they see something wrong. We used posters, we used videos, we used handouts. We had little postcards that would be put on people's desks. At plants, we created materials that would be planted on the floors of the plants that you couldn't slip on. A wide range of medium. But storytelling took off after this brochure was printed. The first story is from Ed Daniels, that's his title now from LinkedIn. But at the time, he was the vice president of the group in CRI Criterion I was working with. He even created a video. He was so good, I gave him ideas, but basically he looked at it, put it down, and just delivered a flawless performance on first take. But his story in this brochure about an incident he saw in China where someone fell 10 feet and died became so popular, I created a safety poster around that image, and I regret to say I didn't keep a copy of that one. You also have an article on the power of storytelling in business in this unit. Well, next week, we're going to look at creating the posters with the subject matter experts. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed and gained some knowledge from this video and from this lesson.